money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look on my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, back straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Trampoline like a Monday, throw Barbie body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I pack my.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. That's some strong running. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here's Smith now on second down. Complete. Richardson has it. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Smith on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, here's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Smith. Steps away to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 29 yards. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd down. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score,
You potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Keith Marshall with a return of 102 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And now out comes Minnesota. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him for a loss of 5.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Liz. Watch number 29. Orange.
Smith. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Orange.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Orange. Slot.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Space to maneuver at the 40. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Orange. Hey, that's trash. 15, yeah. Liz.
On 1st down, Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's roll. Ready? 980.
Here's Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. 15. Slide. Regular.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, gun. 15, yeah.
To the air again, Smith. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd and short. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Marshall backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Set. Hey, back up.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Detroit! Detroit!
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They run it again with Cook. Oh, eluding the tackle. And then he goes with a juke. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Here we go now. Green, 30.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone, 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 gone. Hot.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Great 15. Hey, slot.
It's Geis on the counter. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Marshall. Open space inside the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, back up.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
15.
They'll try the air now with Smith. The quick slant caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Let's go.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Keith Marshall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep for Dick. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On first down, this is Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eric Kendricks. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Regular. Yellow, yellow.
From the gun, here's Smith. 20. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Smith now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Rip. Yellow. I said wide 80. Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we'll get it. Hey, let's roll. Hey,
This is Marshall. Gets around him and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Double.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Smith. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A dump off for Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Ayy, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy